everybody, and welcome to another scene in San Diego. Today, we hear Hal and a bunch of Gru are coming to go check on it. Only the two Guardians that were nearby. Go ahead with the Hal, I guess.
Sorry, 1 second.
So, to stop the dead air, Siobhan is wandering the edge of the barn so that we have, something going so the scene just doesn't have a bunch of dead space. And she's, humming a tune, kind of patrolling the edge of the barn because you never know, niggers show up any day. So, she's doing that.
Yeah. Caroline has just been kind of walking around. She's had some free time in between, like, her extensive training. God, she's never has free time. But right now she's ready to relax. Walk.
All right, so from the edge of the barn, Hal splits the evening air. I am Lash, Cleath of the Black Furies, born to Tuguru under the new moon. I seek entrance to the sept and await permission.
Look over at Caroline and say, well, do you think we should go check that out?
Yes, that is my job as guardian. So she walks over.
Caroline,
I'll
you see
follow your lead then.
a large black wolf running.
And then she looks at the large black wolf and she's like, well, I guess I'll let her do it. Weird. She laughs.
You see the wolf lift her head up. It's in a slow, haunting tone. I am Veronica, strikes with lightning. Shadow Lord Galliard. Born of two legs.
Lash will look over at her, bow his head. Greetings. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Caroline will nod, and then she'll say, and I am Caroline Marie Rose. Soothes pain and sorrow. Clieth, children of Gaia Theurge.
Siobhan will look over at the newcomer and toss her hair. If anyone's known her or talked to her at all, is a very noticeable habit of hers. And she will say, I am Siobhan McFinn, born on two legs under it's not a crescent, out of character. I always mess up the moon phases. What is the galley rune is gibbous, right?
Gibbous.
Yeah, get it.
Okay, thank you. Born on two legs under a gibbous moon to the Fianna. Cleath. And, yeah, so just kind of shrug.
Well met, everybody. Pleasure to meet you all.
Caroline will nod. Now, she cracks her knuckles. I suppose it's time to do the cleansing.
He'll place down what looks kind of like a army sack bag and step forward.
Okay. I'll just kind of go ahead and roll it. I'm just burning a point of willpower because she doesn't have a lot of dice doing this, actually. Successes with the willpower. And you're cleansed.
All right.
So, Lash.
Yes, that is my name.
Caroline just smiles over at Veronica. A pretty good job.
You did a good job. You always do a good job on your rituals.
She laughs. I can do better, but I'm learning.
Siobhan's just kind of watching Lash. She doesn't look unfriendly, she just looks kind of curious. And she says, well, forgive me for being curious, but last I heard the Black Furies only accepted female members. What, if you don't mind me asking, how did you gain entrance to the tribe?
Both my mother and my father were, well, on the father's side, well, it's a little complicated, but in the end, both are Black Fury.
And she kind of looks at him, Metis, and she goes, well, okay. I mean, I didn't really answer my question, but I suppose it'll suffice.
Black Furies do accept males, but only well, large majority of it is only Métis males.
Okay. Well, I'll just jot that down in my notes. She says she literally just pulls out a notepad and a piece of paper, or a notepad and a pen, and starts writing. So, what brings you to the Sept?
Yes, that was my question as well.
I hear you guys are more accepting of Métis here.
Odd. This is true.
So you're just looking for acceptance?
That is one way to put it, yes.
And, I'm sorry, I have kind of a spotty memory at times. What auspice did you say you were?
I am a Ragadash.
And, what rank are you, Cleith, I'm assuming?
Yes. Also has pure breed coming off of him.
She'll kind of just nod and say, well, I mean, I can't welcome you to the set. That's not my job, but I can give you a personal welcome as long as the Guardians don't find you, disagreeable where we had to kick you off. In which case, well, I'm sorry about that, but
Yes. As far as I can see, you're accepted onto the Sept. Just make sure you don't break our trust.
Of course.
it's that sort of thing usually leads to murder, doesn't it?
Caroline smiles at Siobhan.
Well, see, now that was a creepy smile.
Talking about.
Chuckles.
She laughs.
Well, looks like you've had a long journey. Why don't we go get some food? Food sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes, I believe we can go just right over here, and takes them to the open house.
Veronica shifts back to Hamid before going.
Yes, and Lash does
Uh,
not have any apparent Meti deformities. At least nothing that's blatantly obvious.
All Caroline thinks of is, well, Bailey doesn't have any obvious ones either, so.
Yep.
So, Caroline will bring them inside, think for a second, and she'll be like, well, I guess I can cook. And she goes into the kitchen. Oh god, what can go wrong?
Wait, so what's going on? What's going on? Sorry, I spaced out for a second.
Caroline's going in the kitchen.
Caroline is the she's the worst cook, and she brought them here. I guess I'll go cook, and just went into the kitchen.
Oh boy.
Siobhan, not
Okay.
knowing this, just kind of says, I'm sure the food will be good. Caroline looks like a very creative person. I'm sure she's great with cooking.
Lash will nod and put his bag down by a table and or by a seat and have a seat.
So, Caroline, what are you trying to cook?
Oh, did you go in the kitchen with Caroline?
Do you want me to?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
You just see her pulling out off Hamburger Helper, and she just looks at her like, with, you don't want me to burn down this place.
Okay.
Out of character, I'm sure Maurice is so disappointed.
Yes. She just starts cooking the Hamburger Helper. If people want to talk, they can talk. Or if Stevie wants to come in, she can come in too.
She follows the smell of food. That girl's stomach leads her places. She could be halfway across the sept and she smells food. She's coming.
Siobhan, just as she's sitting there at the table, just kind of absentmindedly twirling a knife, looks over at Lash and says, So, what's your story? I'm sure you have some sort of story. Most people here around here tend to.
Story. Yeah, I'm kind of staying away from my parents. Getting as far away from them as possible.
She kind of not necessarily gives him side eye, but kind of just gives him a bit of a curious look and says, "Why would you need to do that? Is there some issue or something?"
As you ask that, he takes off his he's taking off his coat, and the scars on him are obvious. Yeah, you could say there's a few issues.
She kind of wrinkles her nose. Looks like not a good time. So, that's kind of a heavy sort of announcement to make. You plan to do that unless you're in the Sept.
Sorry? Sorry, I missed part of what you said.
She said, what do you plan to do now that you're at the Sept, or if you even have any ideas?
I don't really have any ideas. I have a few skills that can be helpful, I'm sure, but
Well, what kind of skills do you have?
I'm quite good at getting into places that are harder to get into, and I've been known to have a few sticky fingers. I don't take things from people on Sept, so
She nods. This is what I see.
I've had to make a living somehow.
Alright, well that makes sense, I suppose. She just kind of watches, really. Like, she doesn't really doesn't really show like any emotion of this. She just kind of nods.
So what's going on here? What the Sept?
She just kind of shrugs. Well, they just changed the litany the other day, which, well, it's kind of interesting, but they did that. And what else is going on? She kind of thinks. I mean, to be honest, I've been too much focused on training to really pay attention to a lot of the smaller news on this episode. You'd be better off talking to someone like Veronica about that.
He'll look over at Veronica.
What would you like to ask me?
I was curious what was going on at the Sept here. I'd heard about the litany change.
The litany change was the big one, and the High King was here. I believe he still is, like, for one more day.
Caroline comes back out with the hamburger helper. She gives everybody a plate. And she'll be like, oh, Stevie, and she'll run back and get Stevie a plate.
She's in lupus form with sitting on her head.
She'll put it in a bowl so she can just eat it off the floor.
Pretty much.
I'll come back out and say, so? Are people getting to know each other?
I suppose you could say that.
It's so quiet in here. You could hear a pin drop.
But then the question becomes why anyone would drop a pin. Pins are very useful, especially when you got long hair.
Stevie kind of makes a choke.
Caroline nods.
Stevie starts,
Caroline pats her back.
and she like coughs up something that was in her food, and it looks like at hair. She
Caroline grabs the hair and then throws it in the trash. You did
She-
not see anything.
she looks
looks
at
at-
Caroline. She looks at Caroline and goes, "Way to go." She falls.
You put a hair
she-
in my packmate's food?
She falls over dramatically to the floor and goes, "Caroline tried to poison me."
I did not. I just tried to cook.
Put your hair in a ponytail when you cook.
It actually isn't a ponytail.
Then
She does that every time.
Look
then
at
a
the hair.
bun.
This hair doesn't match yours, Caroline. I don't believe it's yours. I think
Oh,
someone
you're
put it-
right.
Someone put this in here.
Well,
Go and
hey,
just
this
stare.
is your hair. This is your fur.
She looks at it and goes, "Oh, my bad. I tried to poison me."
Lash is shaking his head with it and
Feel
chuckling
bad.
slightly.
She frowns.
She's got that cute little wolfy smile on her face. Jeff's just kind of sitting on her head and making this noise that sounds like he's laughing. If you've ever heard a turtle laugh, that's what's happening.
I assume Crystal like comes out and starts nuzzling. Stevie. By the way,
she'll lick her little shell. So
Jeff is her turtle that she always carries, and Crystal is a turtle that has like a point on its nose that, but is still a turtle. So
it looks like a unicorn, but is not a unicorn.
Yeah. Siobhan is just kind of sitting at the table, quietly eating, just watching the other people at the table.
Siobhan, I did like your story at the moot.
Oh, thank you. It's I won't say an old tale of the Fiona, but it's one that I learned recently.
well, you're very good at tailcraft.
And she kind of chuckles and says, "Kind of don't have a choice in that, do I?"
I suppose not. She laughs.
I think my grandfather would have a cow if he found out, that I couldn't tell a tale. Be pretty embarrassing to them, I imagine.
So, Lash, let's learn more about you. Do you have any family around here?
No. I'm trying to stay away as far away from family as possible.
Okay. Do you have any hobbies? Favorite food?
Way too busy for hobbies, really.
Then she just kind of looks off to the side, and then, like, under her breath, she says, "So a stick in the mud."
Is there anything you wanted to do here? Lashes.
I really haven't thought that far ahead. Usually don't. I don't usually stay in one place for very long.
Okay. Hopefully you'll stay longer. Like, we're very accepting here.
That's what I've heard. That's why I'm here.
She has a sympathetic look on her face.
Stevie just kind of looks at him with her tongue hanging out. And she looks at Caroline and goes, "New person?
She nods.
Cool. I'm not the newest one anymore."
Lash
You
will
weren't the
offer
newest one for a while. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lash."
No, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of waves at the person he hasn't met yet.
Stevie looks at him and smiles. Well, not really smiles, but she kind of she gives him the friendliest look she can muster.
I'm
And
Lash.
she goes, "I'm Stevie. I'm really bad at introducing myself. So, I'm she looks for help." She's like, she's like a ragabash. That's the word, right? And she just has no clue what she's doing. She really has not been taught to introduce herself yet.
Siobhan nods when she kind of looks around, like she's looking for confirmation, and then kind of frowns and says, "Who's the den mother or den father, as it may be?"
She goes, "Jesse, stuff's been going on."
She kind of nods and says, I see. It's understandable from what I understand. He's had a lot going on.
She nods and goes, I'm sure we'll get there soon. Ish.
Well, I'm Lash. I'm also Ragabash. With the Black Furies. Ameti.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. My phone cut out.
Sorry, he goes, my name is Lash. I'm also a Ragabash of the Black Furies. Born to Guru.
And you're a poet and you didn't know it.
I wouldn't say I didn't know it.
She laughs. Well, here we are with the silence again.
Silence isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not. But when we're getting to know someone new who has just arrived on Sept, the silence isn't necessarily the way to go.
That's fair.
Steve, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, there's one thing that you need to talk to, or one person you need to talk to, I mean. If you have time, you should talk to, Dev. He's our alpha.
Yep.
Yeah, it would sound like a good idea.
I'm not sure what Dev's
Gives him a description.
letting Caroline do the description first.
I'm just saying that she gives a description because
Okay.
eidetic memory.
Veronica mentions
Paul?
Dev, because of what recently happened, Dev's been very busy.
Lash will nod. Well, with the High King and on Sept, I'm sure any of the upper echelon is pretty busy right now.
Yes, that would be an accurate assessment, I feel. She kind of finishes her food and kind of sets her fork down on her plate, kind of looks at everyone and says, how's everyone doing? I don't know. This is kind of an awkward silence.
I agree. Well, I've been doing fine. I've been wanting to go check on Jesse and Dazzle's baby.
I do want to
Autumn.
see Dazzle and Jesse's baby.
Stevie smiles. It's so cute.
Right?
And she gets excited and starts like stamping her paws. Speaking of babies, one of my turtles laid a clutch.
Siobhan nods encouragingly.
I'm gonna have baby turtles. I'm gonna be a grandma, y'all.
Caroline is shaking her head.
Lash is trying not to laugh.
She's excited about her turtles. She finally sits down and she looks at Lash and she goes, I apologize. Turtles tend to follow me wherever I go. If I stay someplace for too long, there will be a congregation of about 15 to 20 turtles. Yeah.
That is a very interesting problem to have.
Do you perhaps share the bloods of Turtle Spirit?
I don't know. Dazzles is supposed to help me with the rite, but, again, things have been happening.
She did just give birth, and,
Which is
Oh,
why
Lash.
I am.
Lashes, you may want to talk to Dazzles and Jesse, because the child's a metis, but has no deformity. And they were born in...
Gently
Oh,
say,
speak
been
of
talking about me?
guests.
Caroline will smile and she'll hug.
I'll let you do the honor of talking about that.
What am I doing the honor of?
Lashes
Talking about babies.
about the new baby.
Okay.
We have a newcomer here.
Look.
This is Lashes.
It's just Lash.
Oh, sorry.
That's sorry.
No, I was about to say he has marvelous eyelashes. Like,
Smile.
Just so people know that didn't notice before, Lash doesn't have his jacket on, and even though he has a t-shirt on, but the scars that are on his body are quite evident.
So yeah, he'll smile to him and say, Jesse Steele. I'm a Hamid of the Ictena Galliard. I'm the den father of the Septum Foster.
Pleasure to meet you. He'll offer his hand.
I'll shake it.
I am Lash, Ragabash of Black Fury, born to two Guru, Cleath of the Nation.
I'm glad to see that's going around. The born to two
And he has no apparent Meti deformity.
He'll nod. Smiles. He yawns softly. Is it me or do I smell food?
Caroline goes and grabs him a plate of hamburger helper. I cooked!
He'll nod.
Caroline, how much hamburger helper did you make?
There was 5 boxes in there. I cooked it all.
Oh my goodness.
He'll chuckle.
Congratulations on the new baby.
Oh, thank you. Should have Angel. Should have great.
Oh, now that he's actually stood up from the chair, people can see that there is some his back. If you would swear it was like a sheath of some sort or something, but it covers a good chunk of his back, and there seems to be like a handle sticking out from the bottom of it.
So he'll look over at Veronica. And then he'll probably fucking forget what he was going to ask her, because I did. No, I remember. He'll snap his fingers. Veronica, have you sought out Petra yet?
I have not.
I'll nod. Okay.
Should I?
What's going
What happened?
on with Petra?
Not like currently. No, this is wrong. No, I just wanted to know. I just want to know if you followed up on it. I'm just curious. Spill the tea. It's fascinating. I don't have much experience with other Farah, and I'm intrigued.
Caroline's the
Caroline's
one that
raising
talked
eyebrow.
more.
Hmm.
What was that, Ken?
I mentioned you were more of the one that probably dealt with the Petra.
She frowns and she says, I talk with them, yes, but I don't know everything.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
still a new member to the family.
I wasn't intending to assume Caroline. Sometimes you surprise me with what you know.
She laughs. Well, I do try to learn a lot.
I'm finding that baby brain is about 5,000 times more silly thought provoking than any drug I have ever done. I have had thoughts roll around in my head for the last 24 hours that are just like, but why does the glyph for the Galliards look like a thumb over the moon? And he'll just shake his head and look at Veronica like there's no explanation. Oh, it's fascinating me. Then there's my old standby favorite. Does anybody ever tell one or the other in a set of twins that one of them was unplanned?
Oh boy.
Caroline laughs.
So,
Lash just steps into the kitchen for a second, comes back after a minute with some lettuce and offers little bits to the turtles.
Jeff does not eat the lettuce, and Stevie will look at him and go, he's really picky. He only eats hibiscus leaves or strawberries. Sometimes melon.
is he vegan too?
What?
He'll poke his head into the kitchen and look for some strawberries. If there is some, he'll bring it out for the turtles.
Oh God, has nobody warned him? Please tell me you're
Wait.
not in the obnoxious manner.
Huh?
Please tell me you guys aren't in the obnoxious manner.
No, we're in the
I got the
open,
joke.
Where are you?
the open house, like where Liam and everybody was at that one
That
time.
is the obnoxious manner.
House, okay.
Oh God, no! You are not in the obnoxious manner. No. We'll just say he's not home. But Jesse will be like, "Well, hey." He'll just shake his head. Is your father home? He'll look at Caroline like, "Your father home?"
No, he's not.
Okay, he'll nod. That's good.
He doesn't like mess with anything that's in the kitchen. It's just like go straight in. If it's immediately visible, he'll like, because he thinks it's kind of rude to leave the animals out or something. And he doesn't realize that this isn't like public space.
That's fine. Jesse will basically be like, listen, Linda. There is a wolf in that kitchen, possibly, maybe. I don't know if he is or isn't, but if he is, just slowly back out. The chef is minorly psychotic, and
He looks in the kitchen. I don't see anybody.
okay, good. Hold on. Go.
He goes really quickly. Brings out a couple of strawberries for the turtle.
You're good. Okay. Good.
Caroline frowns and she says, "By the way, next time ask before going back there, because this is not exactly public."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesse waves.
It's fine. I didn't tell you.
That's fine. Don't worry. No harm. No harm done. No harm done. Just I wouldn't have wanted the resident chef to sharpen his knives with your rib bone. That's all.
He'll lean down and offer strawberries to the turtle or turtles. I thought you mentioned there was a second one there too.
Yeah. He will take strawberries. Stevie presses her nose, like her super cold, wet wolf nose, to Jesse's arm.
I look down to her. Hey.
She looks up at him and gets excited again, and she's kind of bouncing. She goes, "One of the turtles laid a clutch."
Even them damn turtles. Too cute.
She's like, "I'm sorry. I'm just excited that I'm gonna be a grandmother."
Oh no! That just became a father for the He starts counting on his fingers. Third time. He'll nod.
Caroline's chuckling and she's just like, "Maybe your deed name should be Friends with Turtles." She laughs.
Once she goes to a rite of accomplishments, what I'll do. Howl it out.
She kind of like she kind of makes like a shrugging motion and goes, "At least it's not lays with turtles. I'm okay."
I can name me lays with
We could
turtles.
do that too.
Well,
She
I
looks
could.
at
No nod. Yeah, I can name me lays with turtles. You know what the last gar name I almost gave somebody was?
Rarity.
I almost named that one Rarity. He'll point at Caroline.
She looks off to the side.
Oh, God.
Stevie kind of flops and just goes, "I was hoping to get something cool like changes the king's mind."
Not take your face.
Wow, you have a very big head on your shoulders. She laughs, patting her shoulder.
She goes, "I know, it's where my sass lives."
Jesus.
She kind of stops and goes, "I've been trying really hard to be good and not be so sassy, and I have to stay in wolf form because if I go human, my hair is 3 times as big as I am, because that's where my sass lives, and it's being stored up."
Embrace your
Lash just
hair.
chuckles.
You're beautiful. You are a mocha enchantress, and we all love you.
Her tail starts wagging.
I mean, I could also just braid your hair. I'll nod. I need you to remember that.
She'll kind of like tilt her head and think about it. And then she starts slowly shifting back.
Jesse. Just want to ask a topic on that cub. When you were talking
there's a
to her,
bunch.
Johan.
That one. Okay, what about him? The one I tried to
Um,
fruit yesterday.
So they were going over something about gender terms. I'm not too familiar with that.
What?
The out of game gender neutral terms, like
You mean gender neutral pronouns?
yeah, like Veronica's asking like out of game like how to respect that.
I mean, you just call them what they want to be called. Like
Okay.
me, okay? When I'm male, I like being called by male pronouns. When I'm presenting as female, I like to be called by female pronouns. It's that simple. I personally don't like the they, them, this, that. And there's some people, there are others. They're like zays or all that stuff.
Okay.
And I mean, some, it's not, it's, shake his head. I mean, I respect it, obviously. I try to step into people's. He'll wave his hand like things like he doesn't know. And I'm gender fluid myself. But there's a bigger thing going on there. That's getting into challenge in a whole new area. And I've known a lot of people what been saying the Black Furies need to open up their arms to men, but that's what's going on there.
I'm not going to argue with you there.
Caroline looks over at Lash.
So
mean-
does Veronica.
Listen, you are a Black Fury, so I'm not about to argue on your own damn tribe. It's just not happening.
I'm not disagreeing with you in any way.
I mean, it's just, for some reason, it doesn't seem like people can have a conversation about this topic involving whether the Black Fury should open up to men or not, because it's just complicated all around. I can see a reason for the Black Furies wanting to keep their tribe as is, and I can see a reason for it wanting to change. I mean, there are some that argue that the breakdown of family and of rejecting half, if not more, of the population is ultimately detrimental to everyone. And there's some that say that women need, and those that are the minority need, safe spaces away from the patriarchy. So, but the one thing that I know is a universal truth across the board is that it really is something that seems to inflame people when people try to talk about whether the Black Furies should change their ways or not. I don't really feel strongly one way or the other. I'm not a Black Fury. I could be if I wanted to. I was right, but I don't want to. I think the most important thing to bear in mind is that he'll think for a moment and kind of tap his lip. He's like weighing his thoughts very carefully. He'll kind of take a bite of food and chew it.
Caroline will smile expectantly when he takes a bite. Like,
He seems to
I
be
cooked
enjoying
dinner.
it. He seems to be enjoying it.
She nods.
People should never be so afraid to have a dialogue that they can't listen. Does that make sense? To each other. Burying stuff under the rug, not addressing things, not opening yourself up and letting your guards down and just talking even about the uncomfortable things. I mean, nobody should force anybody to to endure something that's gonna hurt them. You know what I mean? But what can I think? Sometimes people's realities and things that make their life a little uncomfortable aren't easy to address. He'll shrug, they're just not. And sometimes we gotta be willing to put that little extra step in to make other people's lives more comfortable. Does that make sense? Tilts his head.
I think it does.
Lash nods.
So I know Johan wants to join the Black Furies, and Paris wants to stay in them. But I don't think that. I think this is something that's going to come. He'll shake his head. I'll kind of scratch it for a moment. I don't think it's something that's going to be easy. You know?
Lash chuckles slightly. Yeah, you can say that again.
And nothing worse that ever is easy. But
Another thing, Lash. There's one thing I want to make very clear with you.
oh, this is going to be good. I know what you're going to say, too. It's going to be great.
Lash will raise an eyebrow.
You will not harm or ridicule or insult the Sept,
Including kinfolk.
including
She gets passionate about that. He'll point.
my mate, Fae, and kinfolk. And my father is Fae and kinfolk. If they are harmed in any way, you are hurting me as well.
He does that to everybody. Don't feel targeted.
Stevie yawns but looks around and goes, I don't see why people consistently want to hurt them. They're awesome people.
They are. But
Right?
there's old prejudices between the Garu and the everybody. The everybody. I'll just nod.
We have already established that I will go Martin Luther King on these people, and I will beat some asses.
I need to remind you that somebody here is sitting with 30 lashes on their back, and it ain't you. No, pat her head. I love
She gives
Lash
him this look and goes, yeah, well, because of me, Dazzles doesn't have them.
When Lash hears that, he grabs his coat and covers up what's on his back. And it's not so subtly how he's doing it. It's like, oh shit.
Like
Veronica has a very angry look.
Yeah, Jesse will touch her nose and be like, "Well, aren't you a savior?" And he'll wiggle it.
She gives him this look like, you know I'm kidding, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you for taking lashes.
And let me attempt to tame the goddamn sash on your head. And he'll pull out a hairbrush, or like a hair pick, like a comb. From his.
Man, I even heard the sass radiating out of her apology.
And
You have to
she's
understand that this is the fire that's going to forge me on my path of being Den Father and prove I am worthy of this position. She shall not conquer me. I will overcome.
She is not kidding when she says that her hair is where her sass lives, and because she has actually been bottling most of it up, her hair is literally 3 times the size of her. It is so fluffy that if one of her turtles climbed into it, it would disappear for the rest of its life.
Yeah, he'll basically sit her down in front of him and very carefully and gently, basically, kind of work at it.
She'll say, as he's working through it, she'll stop for a second and go, I lost a couple pencils in there this week. If you find them, I need them back. They're colored pencils and I like them.
Pull the blue one out and hand it to her. There you go. You know my niece, the one that I got that tattoo on my hip of? She has hair like yours.
She smiles. She smiles and goes, lesbian ponies.
Oh my god.
She goes, I don't say that.
You're a lesbian pony.
I seriously think that Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy are on the down low.
My god, you are like Helen of Troy. You launch 1,000 ships. He's just braiding her hair.
Caroline,
Like he's doing like double plaits. He's doing like pigtail braids.
Okay.
Caroline is looking at the two of them and smiling. Frowns. Then she'll say,
I mean,
Jesse, actually, there's
Mhm.
something I want to talk with you.
He'll look at Caroline.
On, right?
Yes.
Well, Johan took me to see his father.
Oh.
His father is a duke in the Fae Society. She's just kind of doing this vague.
I know precisely, and he'll hold up like a 0 sign with his hands. That much about Faye.
Well, it pertains with what we were talking about before.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my god! He'll just rub his brow. Like I am so tired. I am
She
so
laughs.
sorry. I did not think the baby brain would be real, but here I am. He'll just shake his head. Like god damn.
Stevie holds up her hand
Oh, look.
and waits for Caroline to acknowledge her.
She looks at Stevie. Go ahead, Stevie.
She goes, did you say Jew in the Fae world?
I heard you too, and I'm trying not to question you.
No, Duke.
Oh,
Like-
I love how that was simultaneous, both Jesse and Stevie. Oh!
What's wrong if it was a Jew? Gosh.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. You don't say that too loud though. Patrol is around. But fuck.
Stevie goes, absolutely nothing wrong with it. Just don't tell your soon-to-be husband.
He'll shake his head. No.
Well, I know he's afraid of them, but still.
Oh no! Shh. Stop! We don't need to go there today. We don't need to go there today.
Don't say it too loud.
Don't. Not too loud.
Lash finally
The baby
gets his,
angel eating cotton candy. Be quiet.
I heard cotton candy.
I said she needs to be like a baby angel eating cotton candy. Shh. Quiet.
Okay.
He finished one side of her hair, by the way.
Where's the cotton candy? Bring it on.
That sounded so. He'll just shake his head. Give me the butter, baby. Give me the butter. Then Jesse whistles like, whoa.
So somebody enters the room, wherever the fuck you guys are in the house. This bitch shows up.
Stevie makes a small squeaking noise and starts smacking Jesse
Ow,
and
ow,
goes
ow, ow. Yes, yes.
and goes, "Who's that?"
Oh, God, I don't know, but I need to find out.
She smacks him again and goes, "I saw him first."
I got this. Hold on. Hey! Jesse yells across the room.
He looks.
What it do?
He looks around like you're talking to anybody else but him.
Nah, he'll look right at him. Nah. You foxy lady.
He furrows his brow and looks at himself like, I grow boobs at some point.
I'm just fucking with you.
Caroline's just raising her eyebrow at this person she's never seen
So
before.
he
You be.
comes, he comes walking in. The closer he gets, the more Jesse realizes he looks a lot like Liam.
He'll tilt his head. Have we in the family way, biblically, Congress, have we congregated?
Nay. I don't, well, maybe.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Whoa, that accent, hold the fucking phone. Time out. Wait, are you related to Liam?
To who? I've never heard of him before in my life.
Are you sure?
No.
Oh, fuck me dead.
Caroline is so confused.
Stevie looks at him and goes, "He has that smell."
You mean
He
that
sniffs himself.
So attracted to?
He
No,
sniffs
no.
himself like,
He has the same smell that Maurice has.
Who do what
Like
about?
To what?
She just stops and goes, "He's a liar."
Homosexuality and desperation. Gotcha. And he'll look at him. Two favorite words.
like,
That's
With a sprinkling of
thing
cocaine.
to say to someone if you just meet them.
No,
It's not my fault. It's what she said.
she smacks Jesse's leg again and goes, "Shh,
Oh my God. I'm going to moan if you do that and make you embarrassed.
he's a puka."
Probably. Hold on.
what's a puka?
I don't know, but are you related to Liam or not? You just look like him. I mean, you don't have to give me your entire details. And you sound like him. Apparently you smell like him. Pet. He'll pet her.
Oh, you know, some might call him my brother. My dad just calls me the milkman's son.
Oh, you're the infamous milkman's son?
Caroline's eyes widen.
He
That
literally,
explains the ginger
the
hair.
same picture, the same thing he had next to him, the paper he was writing on, he literally kind of like chucks at him and it's like, give me your autograph. I've heard so much about you.
All right. He writes his name. He writes. He's not gonna write his name. He's gonna write his dad's name.
Oh,
He writes
Lord.
Kieran O'Donovan.
Oh, God. Oh, God in heaven.
Thanks for the lovely time last night. I quite enjoyed it. I
What?
hope to see you again soon.
Oh, wait, whoa.
And that's what he writes. That's what he's writing.
Oh, God. I'll just read it like I've
Wait,
forgotten something. Okay.
And it's signed Kieran O'Donovan.
Oh, God. Oh, God, he's
The
gonna kill
Gaelic version.
You're trying to get yourself killed, aren't you? You have a death wish.
He thinks about that for a moment, like, I'm not dead yet, so I don't think I'm gonna die.
Okay. Here. We'll hold a bite of hamburger, help her out. You want this?
He takes the bite.
The babe with the red
This
lips.
tastes- It's fantastic.
He's pointing at Caroline. Her. She made it.
You think my cooking's good?
Wait.
Somebody thinks my cooking is good?
And Jesse's not going to point out he's a puka.
She frowns. Tears are filling up in her eyes, like, no!
Caroline, it's great. I'm sure that he did whatever magic it is that they need to do in order to tell the truth. I've seen your father do it sometimes. Like the other day when he told me that I looked really good in those new boots.
I can dream!
I dreamed a dream, time's gone by. Why do people?
Stevie looks at Caroline and goes, "It was terrible."
It's not
Am
bad
I
at all.
intruding? Am I intruding on your conversation?
It's hamburger helper. Okay.
No, you're
Nobody
you're
eats this
fine.
for gourmet.
You can join us.
I've had very little sleep, to be honest. I could eat cat food right now and be happy.
So is Siobhan
mechanic food.
is Siobhan actually here?
Yeah, she's just sitting at the table, kind of watching the conversation.
Fantastic. So guess who is a fucking magnet for Finn Donovan right now?
Oh dear.
Oh yes, it's Siobhan McFinn.
Oh dear. It's gonna be good. I will have to pop back out in a second because I'm making popcorn, but I'm here. I promise I'm not
Okay.
leaving. I just have to go grab my popcorn when it's
Oh,
finished.
he's gonna slowly make his way over to Siobhan, like, "Hello, Faye Magnet."
Jesse holds a
She
finger
kinda-
up and he's like, go.
Sorry. She just kind of looks up at him and kind of surprised and goes, well, hi there.
Hello, your accent is fake.
She kind of just raises an eyebrow and says, God, now I have to try and do a Jersey accent. God damn it, Lindsay. She says in a Jersey accent that I can't do. Well, how'd you know?
Because I'm Irish. And he
She just
actually is telling the truth on this.
Yes. And then she kind of chuckles and goes back to Irish accent. Well, you understand, I'm supposed to put on the accent. It doesn't look right for a princess, of the Fiona to have a Jersey accent. I was told very strictly I had to have this accent, so.
He looks at her like she is full of 10 tons of shit. Now this is a puka looking at her like this. Process. But he just nods and alright. Fine.
Hey, I think I heard something about you. We'll point at Finn.
Turns around.
Didn't your dad? There's like a clear question mark at the end of it. Didn't your dad name you Finn because of the McFinns?
I believe he did. He said that he wanted me to remind him of everything he hated.
Caroline laughs. Oh my gosh!
My phone lagged really hard. What did you say?
He said he wanted me to remind him of everything he ever hated.
Oh my god!
Oh God!
He was telling the truth on that one too.
Can we
Spending
just,
willpower, he gets 5 minutes of truth.
yeah, he'll just hold a hand up and he's like, "Can we just admit that Kieran O'Donovan is probably the saltiest bitch on this step? It's love."
Stevie's giggling.
Mida? Well, it's not. Whatever. Got enough salt.
Maybe it's not enough
Around
salt
the
in it.
ocean. It will soak up all of the water in the ocean with all the salt he has.
So, Finn, is it?
Maybe. That's what they call me anyway.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. So, tell me more about yourself. I'm not going to ask a question.
He points his finger at Caroline. And the look on his face says, "Thank you so much for that." Oh, well.
Douche baguette.
They say that I am exactly like my mother in a lot of ways. He nods. Because he knows that is vague as fuck.
Caroline blinks and she just kind of looks at Jesse.
Look, his dad called me a 3-day-old douche baguette the other day, okay? We'll shake his head.
Finn loses his shit.
Shrug. I got nothing.
God.
You know,
His father
shite
is.
like that. He says shite like that, and he doesn't understand why Liam is so sassy.
Your father also doesn't understand.
He shakes his head,
why
like,
he's married to her father. Why? He holds. I'm not going to get into half the shit he doesn't understand. Apparently,
he doesn't understand his own arse from a hole in the ground.
God.
And he smiles.
so he asked me why Tex-Mex was Tex-Mex because he still thought that Texas was a part of Mexico. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Oh my.
And then he asked why
Blinks.
Trump is trying to make America great again because it never was.
Finn will nod in agreement with that.
Stevie shrugs, but that one's true.
I am Native American. Y'all can all fuck off.
I am literally a red-headed stepchild.
Oh my god.
Caroline covers her mouth
Are you the
to
wee
hide
baby
her laughter.
Did a fairy leave you in your father's shoe?
You don't. He's like. He shakes his head and he's like, "That statement is probably more true than you realize."
I mean,
Mother.
I've been told I'm oddly
My
and
mother is
weirdly.
Liam's. My mother is Liam's mother. Hey.
Okay, and your
share the
father's the
same mom.
milkman. Can you share that? Ooh, okay. He'll
I think about that for a second.
He'll pat Stevie like he's all yours.
I am only 5 years younger than you.
She shakes her head. She's like, that's too much sass for even me.
Dun dun dun.
She smiles. She smiles and laughs and goes, kidding.
Me and his brother, we don't see eye to eye. We'll just shrug and nod.
Ben looks at Jesse and tilts his head.
She'll shrug and go, I don't have a problem with Liam. He's nice.
So nice.
Really nice.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are we talking about the same Liam?
You mean the one that's kind of about 5'9", dark black hair, blue eyes, and like cream. Blank.
What's up with
I'm sorry.
that?
Enchanting voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Creamy smile. That asshole? You mean that asshole, right? You're talking about that asshole.
He nods.
Yeah, that asshole.
What is it that
All of
you
you
do?
under his spell, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, what do you?
I mean, no. Hold on. Don't ask him a question. Tell
No.
us what you do.
You're a
What
demanding
I
little.
do. What I do. Oh, what do I do? Well, right now I do.
Stevie's watching him with her head in her hands and her elbows resting on her knees and goes, "Yep, what do you do aside from look gorgeous?"
Oh, you're sweet.
Somebody's head over heels.
He's actually got a mischievous look on his face, and he looks at Jesse and he says, "My brother."
Oh God.
Oh!
Oh,
Lord Almighty.
Stevie tosses her hands up and goes, "Nope, I'm out."
Yeah, you're out anyway. You're not allowed to date anyone until you become a Cleith. He'll pop her head, like tap it.
she gets this like she gets this like super scrunchy face and she looks at Jesse and goes, "You're not my you're kind of my dad, but you're not my dad."
You're not my real dad.
That's what you say to Kieran all the time.
Finn just starts screaming, "You're not my real dad. Leave me alone."
You must have had that one planned out for a long time.
I've been waiting.
Me?
Lash is just
Remember,
shaking his
loves.
head and hand feeding a turtle.
Remember, lads and lasses, I am not as I seem, but I am. And he winks.
You are fucking adorable. Just to let you know.
I don't remember fucking anybody named Dorable.
You kind of look like. You kind of look like Donald Gleason and Colin O'Donoghue had a baby. And it's amazing.
Thank you.
Stevie's about to go into a sass coma. She's just like, "So beautiful, I love it."
He finally tames the wild beast. He has pulled out 5 pins, 4 crayons, a pack of the equivalent to colored pencils, 1 turtle, a Barbie doll, and the dog from a Monopoly set. And he'll hand it all to her. There you go.
She kind of looks at it all and goes, "When was the last time I played with Barbies?"
A shrug. I'm not familiar enough with Barbie to tell you.
She gestures her whole body.
This is it. He did cute little braids. They're so cute. Tied
So
up.
Finn
Done.
starts singing, "I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic."
He'll kind of move Stevie.
Undress me everywhere.
He'll kind of move Stevie and then pat the ground in front of him, like, come on, come here.
He points to himself. Me?
Yeah, you. Get over here. Come on. Pat, 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 tap, tap, tap. Right here.
He sits down.
Just start braiding his hair.
His short hair.
Your hair's long enough to braid, right? Right, Steven?
Should be, yeah.
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 Yeah, my hair's long enough to braid.
Yeah.
It should be, yeah.
He'll do it in like halves. Make a little half part, and he'll braid it like 2 little braids right down the middle. Little French braids.
He pretty much purrs when his hair is being
Oh
touched.
Lord!
Like, oh yeah, you a fox puddle right here.
Why?
How did you know I do that? No, I'm just kidding.
So cute. Look at you. Can you turn into a fox?
Can you? That's a good question.
He blinks, like, what kind of a question is that? Absolutely not. Never been able to. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, then I would really like to see you change into one.
Please. Pouty lip.
So,
I gave you a treat.
So he looks around the room. He all of a sudden looks a little shy.
Do you want us to
Can all
close
of you
our
close
eyes?
your eyes?
Yeah, he'll close his eyes.
I can't do it when you're looking at me.
Fine. He'll close his eyes.
Caroline will close her eyes.
He will poof himself into a box.
So
Red or
Jesse,
silver fox?
this is a very important question.
What?
Red or silver fox?
He's a red fox.
Okay.
So, the goddamn drama queen, and picks it up like.
Here,
Like about that long.
Can I feed you treats? Oh my god!
No fucking Fluffy, I'm gonna die! And he
Here.
kisses him right on his nose.
So he licks his nose.
It's mine. You're mine now. Hi. I'll hug him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put up. I found the most adorable fox picture for him. Let me put it up. Hey, oh, there's Finn and
Oh
Fox.
god.
Oh my god!
That's super adorable. Out
It
of
is
game.
time. It is time to pass the fox around like a joint. He hands him over to like Hika.
The fox just goes limp and enjoys the attention. He's like, "Here." And I don't have to talk in this form. Yes.
Caroline nuzzles him like crazy.
And he, in fact, does purr. Foxes actually can purr somewhat. So
It's too precious!
There's only one thing that you shatter people's illusions about foxes. You don't
Can-
tell them if they're big fox fans.
Don't what?
we're not going to find out what the fox says. That is banned.
Caroline will pass the fox over to Veronica.
Veronica is holding the fox, kind of has this. I'm trying to figure out a good way of describing it. So Caroline understands what's going on, but like Veronica just has this look, like awkward look out of game. Veronica doesn't want people to know she wants to pet the fox.
Quick, guys,
Well, you know
look
what?
away.
The fox is gonna cozy himself up in her lap and demand to be petted, just like a cat will do, and just put its head. He'll put his head on up under her hand and be like, "Pet me, pet me."
And amusing enough, since now it's like Veronica's getting the full amount of attention and control, she's obviously going to pet the fox. Veronica's weird like that. Veronica is going to like that he smells like fresh rain, because it's going to remind her of her tribe's totem.
Smells like pine needles and fresh rain. That's what he smells like. Because he's not a normal fox. He is a fey fox. He smells like however the fuck he wants to smell like.
Good. Thank God.
So yeah, he just enjoys being passed around, like, enjoy the town whore, whatever.
God. I guess it's the next person's turn. She'll look over at Veronica to let him go.
Baracus is enjoying having the power of having the fox.
Yeah, the fox is very content in Veronica's lap too, like, and watching everybody like, "Hi, motherfuckers, how are you? Get pets. Stop."
Veronica's like, mine. No, it's my fox. Caroline will look at Stevie, see her reaction.
She's just kind of watching everybody. Like, she wants to pet the fox, but she's not gonna like force herself onto, or to like, she's not gonna try to take the fox from anybody. She'll wait her turn.
Caroline will walk up to Veronica, and then she'll say, may I?
Okay.
She'll pick up Finn, and then pass her to Stevie.
Stevie will set the fox in her lap, and she's so small that even a small fox is like half the size of her. So takes up a lot of room in her lap, and she just starts scratching behind his ears and moving down towards his belly and just giving him the
Yeah.
two-hand.
Yep. Oh God, he's in fox heaven.
He's getting the two-hand treatment.
He purrs.
And she smiles. She smiles and she's like, he's so adorable.
I know.
He will when Stevie is, relatively finished, he will hop off her lap and he will nose Lash. If he doesn't seem interested, he will go back to Jesse.
I want to give you a minute to respond.
Sorry, was that to me? Sorry.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
fox.
Sorry, I missed what was said. Sorry.
The fox is investigating Lash, like, hey. Hi.
He'll pet the fox.
Yay.
He's petting the fox, and with
He has to get-
his other hand, he's hand feeding a turtle. Apparently.
Fox and turtles. Oh yeah, he will. Finn will investigate the turtles as well, and he can talk to the turtles because he has primal.
Oh.
Jeff kind of like bites his nose, but not in a vicious kind of way, but like that friendly, like, hi.
Yeah, he'll like involuntarily sneeze.
Yeah.
And Jeff's just like, gross, now I'm covered in fox snot.
Oh, you like it.
You like it, eh, cochina?
Oh my god.
Anyway, he'll have a conversation with the turtles, and then he'll go and know Siobhan. Like, hello, fake Irish lady, pet me.
Oh
She
my
just kind
God.
of looks down at him, but she doesn't pet him. It's just raise an eyebrow. Do you need something?
He like he'll get up on his hind legs and beg.
Oh,
Her other eyebrow goes up, and she just kind of chuckles and says, "Well," or she says, "Well, since you begged, I do like beggars, so."
Yay! The puka has won the room, which is his job is complete. Because that is what puka do. Is that no matter what they do, they always are cute enough to get pets. So Finn will kind of whine a little bit when Jesse's leaving the room.
He'll pet him and he'll say, "You'll see me later." And they'll head out.
Guess he'll get a nod from Lash as he heads out.
What? Sorry.
oh.
Oh, just a note. As soon as Jesse leaves the room, he does take off his jacket again. Breathes a little easier.
This one walks through.
Caroline walks in.
Oh.
Stop for a moment. Then I'll look at Veronica. Veronica.
Yes.
Oh, I was saying hello, but
Hello. I didn't know you were back.
I was just here for the moot. I'll look around for a moment.
Well, there's a fox. He's getting petted.
I'll look at the
Imagine he's
fox.
back in either
Brown.
Stevie or Caroline's lap.
Yeah, his brow will go up and I'll look at the fox. Hmm.
The fox
And how are-
will
He'll look at it.
say the fox will instinctually back up into. He's sitting on Caroline. Back up into Caroline. Like, I don't like this person.
Caroline's holding him close.
And then he'll look at Caroline and kind of tilt his head a little bit. How's your father doing?
He's doing well.
It's good to hear.
The way he says that kind of makes Stevie like involuntarily growl.
Oh, Caroline is just staring at him.
Do me a favor. Mom, I need him to give me a hand with something later. And who will give her
He's
the
just looking at him.
softest smirk and turn around and walk out.
So
Before
as he's
he-
walking out, he's not getting away with this shit.
Yeah, as he's walking out, Stevie goes, "What a dick."
I'm rolling subterfuge.
Yeah. So as he's walking out, he runs into somebody.
Stop a moment.
Lash actually sneaks up and goes, "Was that creepy for anybody else or just me?"
He'll smile at Dev. Delivers the mercy of death for you.
I would use your name, but you don't deserve it, in my opinion. What are you doing in my house?
Well, I came to see Dazzles, but apparently she's not accepting guests today.
And what makes you think she'd want to see you?
I was going to let her be the judge of that, but
Well, if you must know, Pack Alpha died yesterday, right after she gave birth.
yes, I heard.
But no, she's not accepting guests.
I had a present for her baby.
He gives a very
He'll hand him a box.
He takes it. I will make sure she gets it.
It's Stevie goes, make sure it's not some rando's body parts before you give it to her.
Oh no, dear. No. Just a gift for her.
Guy. Yeah, but you're kind of a creepy person, so rando body parts.
Stevie. She shakes her
Jeff
head.
is like so fucking. If this had been a few days ago, this conversation would probably be a lot less chill. Oh.
Smiles. He'll lean in and gently whisper something in his ear. You know, I have to admit, the look on your face yesterday during that punishment was exquisite.
Caroline's just staring daggers at Camden. It's obvious.
I have to wonder is why you didn't mention to Albrecht the tiny little detail would have made it even more interesting. And he'll smile. See, between you and me, I'm the type of man who everyone knows is a cocksucking motherfucker. You're the kind of man who will let his pregnant mate get beaten. And I'll wink at him.
Closes his eyes. And he looks at him. You do not know that half of the situation. So I suggest you keep your nose out of business it doesn't fucking belong in. Get the fuck out of my house.
I'll smile. I thought about sticking around for a little bit. I'm not sure.
He'll clear his throat and he'll look at him and he'll say, and also, my pregnant mate myself.
Oh, he. Oh, damn, Dev.
Caroline's just holding Finn tightly.
Oh yeah, Finn is just all kinds of pressed into him.
Well, to the fuck Shay. He'll
And he smiles at him like, yeah, checkmate, motherfucker.
Yeah, his brows. Then he'll step back. Good day. And he'll walk out. Bye, Felicia!
Enjoy Boston.
Oh,
Who the hell is the jackass? Lash actually asked who the hell that jackass was.
Dev will
a
turn
nobody.
to the group
Strikes at the.
and he will say that jackass used to be with Dazzles, and he was abusive to her, and he attacked my mate and mangled his finger.
My father.
Ev, with your permission, I'd like to inform Sebastian.
Oh, I'm very sure he knows.
The fact that he's came home of all places in this house makes me furious. This is the one
It's
place my
because
father would be.
he's a fucking bastard. And he says that with the normally Dev's New York accent does not come out. It did then, calling him a fucking bastard.
Damn.
Nope, seething rage is coming
Dev?
off of Caroline.
Dev, don't let Camden have power over you.
No, I'm not. Because if I did, his ass would be dead on the floor. But no, I let him walk out of here. Because I'm a bigger man than you.
Siobhan just sets down her
I don't get
mysteriously
violent.
appearing.
I don't get violent
Oh,
when I
sorry.
get angry. He says, I don't get violent when I get angry. Get even.
Siobhan just sets down her glass of water that appeared out of nowhere while this was all going on. AK, she snuck into the kitchen and just like got a glass of water and just kind of looks at him and says, "So that guy, if I understand this right, you guys dislike him because he's abusive, right? Just to make sure I'm not like misunderstanding this whole situation."
Because
It's-
he's not only abusive, but he's quite proud of what he's done and doesn't show any remorse for it.
Exactly.
Lash grinds his teeth and at the abusive part.
I absolutely abhorred Camden. He ruined our tribe's reputation here.
Oh my God, Sebastian stops when he hears that walking in. What? I'm sorry, what?
Oh, Dev looks at Sebastian and says, guess who decided to show his face in this house because he thought that Dazzles might want to see him.
Oh, he could probably tell because Caroline is still busily pissed.
What you'll notice with Veronica is she is looking out, like, whatever opening or window to see, like, whatever direction Camden is, and is not refusing to move until she knows he's gone.
He'll think for a moment.
Lash has moved over towards Dev, but's kept a respectful distance.
He matches the description Caroline gave you.
Yeah, he also heard the name used.
Yep. Like, oh, hi, Alpha in the room. Dev is trying very hard not to completely seethe with rage, but he's a bit livid.
Oh, Lash looks like he's pissed because somebody mentioned he was abusive to somebody, and well, he's carrying the scars all over his body from abuse. So Lash looks like he's barely holding on to his anger.
Someone should tell Sierra. Hold on. Last time I checked, Sierra was looking to challenge him for flight against her packmate. He insulted Jesse very deeply.
Oh, I'm aware of that too.
Siobhan just leans over to Caroline and whispers, do you know of any place on Zept where I can get some beers? These guys look like they need some beers.
She points into the kitchen.
Yeah, there's beer in the fridge. So much beer in the fridge.
She goes to
So much beer.
Deb. She just kind of says, "Do you think I can run in there and get some, or am I going to get attacked by some rabid wolf?"
Laughs. No, you should be fine.
She'll nod, go into the kitchen, grab like 5 beers, come out, hand them over to Dev and to Caroline, since they seem the most angry. Like she just hands Dev like 3 beers.
He takes them and he drinks all of them simultaneously.
She nods and she says, "Good."
Caroline
It's a very,
just
Oh,
chugs her
sorry.
beer
very,
in her
very-
hand.
very trusted remedy amongst my tribe. It'll help you calm down. I swear.
He nods. I'm aware. I just spent the last week with the High King. He looks at Sebastian. Don't let her know he was here. Don't let her know he was here.
No, I don't like to hold things from her.
She doesn't need it right now.
Fine. I think she's made of sterner stuff, but I'll show it.
Sebastian also knows that Dev is very protective, so he can do whatever he wants.
No, I know. He is going to do whatever he wants. And Dev, you can
He'll
fuck off.
Dev will actually hand Sebastian. Say, Camden fucking brought this baby.
He'll tilt his head, and he'll kind of carefully take the string off, and he'll open it to where he can see what's inside it and open it. And he just kind of looks like confused and kind of like, yeah, whatever. And then he looks and his brows go up. And he blinks.
Dev looks as what?
And he actually won't let him see it. He'll close it. He'll say, and he'll shake his head and tuck it under his arm.
Dev looks confused, like,
I'll give this to her when she's in a better state of mind.
he nods.
My nephew had to kill his own child. I think he'll shake his head. I think once you do that, it's very hard to come back from it. I know he's insufferable. Trust me. He'll nod like I've been living my whole life.
Dev looks at him and he's having a lot of trouble finding sympathy for that man.
Yeah, he'll just shake his head and he said, I think there's just some things you never quite come back from, you know?
He's like, I do, but we all have a choice in how we conduct ourselves after something like that happens. He chose to be that way. I don't believe that. No. He chose it.
Sorry
His
to
actions
interrupt.
are his own.
I'll go.
I gotta go. My husband just got home.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Stevie's there. I'll listen to the rest of the scene later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he'll just
He can. Say,
He's conflicted.
I know that he's your nephew, and I know that he had to do something that no one should ever have to do. But since then, how he's conducted himself, how he's chose to deal with it, has been his choice. He didn't have to do any of the things that he has done to offend us in the Sept. He didn't have to abuse a pregnant woman. Remember that. He abused her. And having to
Didn't
kill
have
his
to
own
attack-
child doesn't fucking excuse that, Sebastian.
He didn't have to attack my father.
Yes, he didn't have to attack and mangle my mate. Where if he couldn't have been healed, he wouldn't have been able to carry out his career ever again. Because he's a kinfolk. He can't heal like that. No matter how many, I'm pretty sure no matter how much power he has as a fae, couldn't have healed an injury like that. Not without repercussions and handicaps.
A look on her face.
So, I think the question is can he remain a productive member of Garu society? You know, we got rid of the law, do not suffer thy people to tend thy sickness, but we replaced it with a different one with more meaning, but even then carries a little bit more weight, I think, in my opinion. And if he's going to go around acting like that, and he's not going to do anything for our society, then why is he here? If he is going to take more than he gives, why is he here?
That's a good question. But why are you asking me? I don't know why he's here.
Caroline is looking at the alpha.
I allowed his grandfather handle it.
Johnny, did I get anything with the subterfuge check?
Sorry, where was it? Where? Hi, where? Roll. God damn it, I'm not looking at Facebook. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, Kim. Why you do this?
I have a 5, 6, 6, and an 8 for the Intel subterfuge we can.
No, what are you trying to figure out? Oh, what Camden's motivation was?
Yeah.
He wanted to give something to Dazzles. That's what he said.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's all it was.
Yes, from everything that she picked up, his motivation sincerely was to deliver whatever it was that he gave. He gave for Dazzles. And any action that he's taken. Nor do I. Nor do I in any way, shape, or form condone what he did to my mate. Whatsoever. My God, no. What I do know is that he'll kind of look at Dev and he'll kind of look at Caroline. And he'll basically like breathe out and just kind of shake his head. Like he gives up basically. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Dev will look at him and he'll say, no. Say it, please.
We Shadow Lords are known for our ferocity and for our edge. for the hardness of our hearts. There is no one who would ever question our iron will. Sometimes strength of will, strength, comes not only from the strength of mercy, but in finding out or correcting what is perpetuating someone's pain. I can't imagine what Camden went through. To have to kill your own child, to watch your wife die from the grief.
Dev swallows.
He'll shake his head.
Caroline's hands are clenched, but she has a very... Yes.
To have everything that was good in your life, all the truth, everything you were fighting for, just ripped out of your hands, and then to find out that it was done. To topple everything good in your life. Remember, that was done to him to strike dishonor against my family.
He nods.
The kinfolk he was paired with, they knew she was Gar.
Know that.
This was an attack on him.
I'm not trying to lessen what he went through.
No
But
one
I don't
could.
like it being implied as an excuse for what he's done here.
I need you to reframe
We've
your
all-
thoughts, Dev. I'm not using it as an excuse for what he's done. What I'm saying is that when the mold is, he'll think, no, that's not what I meant to say. If you don't fix the problem, especially in dealing with somebody who is too close to the problem to fix it, they'll shrug. It's just going to keep being a problem. No, I'd be happy to put an end to his misery. I'm more than willing to put him down.
Okay,
Of course,
so that
that's what you
touched
want me to
on
do.
Dev's Kagi and Stargazer ideals and beliefs here now. Like, Dev's like,
Caroline's hands are still clenched, though.
how do we help him?
Take a breath. If I knew that, he wouldn't be in this situation. I don't think like this. This isn't my ways. I've been hardened by Father Thunder's banner. Me, I would put him down. I'd put him to death, knowing that it would probably be a mercy. But I'll hold his hands up. They won't let me. So, that's a non-option. Barring his death, someone, I don't know who, of a more compassionate constitution could probably do something to reach out to him, to reach through. God only knows how.
Caroline takes a deep breath, and then she walks up, and she grabs Dev's hand. She'll say, Daddy, I'll I'll talk to him. I'll see if I can help him.
He nods. Thank you.
She left Finn on the seat, by the way.
I figured. He nods and says thank you. We should try and help him first.
She nods.
I will.
I have anger towards him for what he did to Father, but if
Okay. He takes a deep breath and he looks at Caroline and he says, "We are a tribe of mercy. We are revered for being the most compassionate Garu there are. What kind of example am I setting by holding a grudge?"
You're right. And
What's done is done.
Here
We
I
can't
am.
change it. He's been punished. Let's forgive him and help him.
yes, I completely agree. And here I am, with Unicorn blessing me. His blood flows in my veins, and yet
I lead by example, not
I
only to you
I need to
as
be
my
stronger.
tribe mate. I lead by example, not only to you as my younger tribe mate, but to this entire sept. I'm setting the wrong example.
There was a lot of pain. He's not to blame. You're not to blame.
We as a
There
society.
are things that he did that hurt us, but we can forgive.
We as a society believe that once punishment is levied, it's wiped clean and start over. We need to embody that. His punishment was levied.
She nods.
You shouldn't be held accountable for that anymore. He has been already.
I think he really needs somebody to talk to anyways. Anybody.
He nods. Dev goes out and he goes to try and find Camden.
Caroline will follow. If anybody else wants to come, she'll let
That's fine. Anybody can follow. That's fine. He's just he doesn't even finish his thought. He just starts walking outside. Like
Lash will follow.
He's near he's actually sitting in Dazzle's garden.
Caroline will sit not next to him, but sit not too far away, and she'll say, "Hello. How are you?"
Bra will go up.
So Dev's entire demeanor has changed.
Same for Caroline. She's not angry. She's smiling at him.
He sits next to him.
He assumes you're here to kill him, so
Bound by honor.
you guys will notice, by the way, that some of the gardening tools are near him. It looks as though he was just kind of poking around the garden and kind of doing some little basic care.
Uh-huh. Which, hasn't been done in a couple of days. But Dev will look at him and he'll say, bound by honor. I apologize for the way that I treated you. For what I said. I was not setting a very good example for anybody, including myself. You didn't deserve to have things thrown in your face. Things that have happened or in the past. I shouldn't have held a grudge. So I apologize.
Caroline will nod, and she'll say, and I apologize as well for holding anger towards you for things I haven't even seen. They were already paid for. Things that I only heard by word of mouth. Sorry.
He blinks. He's not quite sure how to process this.
If you would like to stay, I invite you to stay.
I just wanted to take care of the garden. That's all.
He nods.
You know, Dazzle's probably isn't gonna have that much time. And I have to go back to Boston. My mate is there, and she's pregnant. I gotta just shake his head. I just wanted to make sure that the garden was okay.
He nods. I know she'll appreciate it.
Caroline will stand up, walk to him, and open up her hugs, and she'll say, or her arms, and she'll say, might I hug you as an apology?
I'll open his arms and give her a hug.
And she'll hug Camden. I'm sorry for the way I treated you.
If anyone owes anyone here an apology, it's me. To you. To all of you.
Tears are coming down her face now.
Dev's tearing up too.
Lash is just watching silently.
Dev will put a hand on Camden's back. It's a comforting gesture.
Do you know what it's like to feel trapped between worlds? And the only thing that pierces through is your rage, your anger, your hatred. It's like all of the good things in life, love, compassion, generosity, charity. None of those things matter anymore.
Dev will nod. I'll say yes. I know exactly how that feels.
No matter how much I try to grab onto happiness, it feels like I could never be happy again because all of my happiness is 6 feet beneath my feet. The day that The day that she died, all I wanted to do was just crawl in the coffin with her.
Dev tears up because he knows exactly how that feels. He just
Look.
nods.
Caroline pulls Devin close to the group hug.
Take a deep breath.
I don't know if you ever heard. It was about 10 years ago. I was wormfo my sept. And I made a miscalculation, an error in a plan. Left the sept vulnerable for attack. And the sept was attacked. And when the sept was attacked, my wife and my son were on sept. I couldn't get to them fast enough. They were killed. And I wanted to die with them. Because of my mistake, they died.
Do you know what happened to me, Caroline?
No.
And why I'm
No.
called bound by honor?
Oh yes, you. She bites her lip.
I met a girl, a woman, who was a home for my love. It was as though the sun shone for her. And I loved her so much. And we found out very shortly after we were married that we were expecting a child. Well, not our first.
She nods.
Some months into her pregnancy, she shifted. A tear will drip down his cheek. She was Scar, my wife. I had been told that the baptism of fire had been performed wrong, that she was identified wrong. But to preserve my family's honor, when she went into labor and my daughter was born, it was demanded that I do the right thing. I had to kill her.
I'm so sorry.
Dev will take his hand and squeeze it.
The grief
She's
of
holding
it,
him tighter.
The grief of it was too much for my wife. The shame at being a Carrack, of being a mother to a Metis. She was told that she would never progress beyond cub. I was stripped of rank. The plot that led to this was a failed attempt on my family's honor. My grandfather attacked that sept without mercy. For what had happened, it changed his view on the first law of the litany, actually. The eldest of the judges of doom. That one action shattered his view of that law.
Dev nods.
I wish I could forget. I wish I felt pain, or I wish I just feel anger. I just feel like I want to destroy everything. Hurt everything as much as I hurt. And I know that's poison. I would say I'm trying not to, but I don't even really control it, I feel. There's a part of me that thinks maybe it is a good idea if I just took the ride of the Winter Wolf.
Caroline starts humming.
He listens.
She just hums very softly to him. Rubbing his back. Prepared if he starts crying.
Now it looks like he's cried way too much over this over the years, and it's no more left. Just got a tear or two falling.
She's just holding him. Singing to him. Camden.
I don't know what to do. I'll look back to her.
She holds his hand softly. You may be going to Boston, but if you need somebody to talk to, although I do not know what you've went through. I don't know a lot. I do wish I could know what happened, what caused me to forget. I wish I could know my mother. If I had friends, if I had an education. But even though I carry this emptiness inside, I want to move forward. I feel like the more I move forward, the more I'll understand myself. And hopefully you can too that way.
At the moot, you were named as Petrova's protege.
She nods.
There is something I want you to do for me. If I could even dare to ask.
Go ahead.
I want you to learn to write and perform it for me.
And
Dev inhales sharply. He knows what.
He closes his eyes. I need you to have your master teach you the right of the Winter Wolf. Please.
She bites her lip.
I'm tired, Caroline. Please.
She tears up and she'll say, if that's what you wish.
I'll nod.
She nods. Then
I can't do this to my tribe anymore. I'll shake his head. I can't keep doing this to my family, and I can't keep doing this to myself. I'm just tired. I need to rest in my wife's arms beside our child. I'll just shake his head. He looks so exhausted.
she holds him tight,
So does Dev.
really tight.
Dev, on the other side of him, just puts his arms around him and holds him. You should talk to Dazzles before you do that.
I will. Thank you. I'll look at Caroline.
It's nothing. You have never hurt me. Not personally. And I hold no animosity towards you. Not anymore. It's foolish to.
I'll smile. I have one last thing to do before I undertake this rite. You will probably see me around the sept, but I will try not to intrude or bother anyone. I'm just doing something. Just a last little contribution to the nation. And I'll smile.
Dev will smile and nod.
Caroline will as well.
And he'll get up and he'll stretch. And he'll give them a nod. And he'll actually shift to Lupus and trot off.
Caroline sits down and kind of curls up and starts sobbing.
Dev will hold her. He doesn't sob, but he cries.
Even though I hated him, I don't want him to die.
The new law that replaced that one. Do not suffer thy people to tend thy sickness. gave people the option to not die, but as much as it gives the option to not die, it gives the option to die. Once. Who are we to tell him no?
Needs to be performed. Can't deny it.
Can't. We tried. What he wants. Sometimes. Sometimes even alphas need to be reminded. Of things like this. We never stop learning, we never stop growing. Even I learned something today. He nods.
I'll never forget it.
Me either. I've actually been learning a whole lot this last couple of weeks.
Daddy, we're both growing. She holds him tight.
Oh yeah, he holds her tight too. Yes, we are.
Lash just remains quiet, leans against a post or a tree or something.
So, do you want to know what was in the box?
I do.
Bedazzle something.
Okay. Alright, so where's her overlay? There it is.
You're gonna cry so hard. I'm so sorry.
Probably. Probably, yeah. So
Sebastian will come in the room, and he'll sit on the edge of the bed and he'll smile.
she looks like she's been crying all day because she has.
And he'll smile.
But she'll sit up and she'll smile at him. Hi.
Hi. How are you? I know that's a complicated question right now. We'll smile.
She nods like, yeah. It is.
So, you received a gift for the baby.
Oh?
Hold on.
What is it?
I'll let you
From
open
who?
it. It's from Camden.
She blinks.
And he'll smile. And he'll put the box near her.
She'll pick up the box and she'll open it.
She sees her own face, but kind of like while she was pregnant, kind of like holding her belly. And she notices it's like something soft. And it's a quilt. And it's like a patchwork quilt. And it has pictures of her, pictures of Jesse, pictures of Dev, pictures of like people in the family, and pictures of flowers from her garden. And it's stitched with like Autumn's name on it. I'll smile gently at her.
She just starts crying.
No, wrap his arms around her.
See this? She picks it up. This is what I loved about him.
Oh no.
Why couldn't he have just...
I'll touch her cheek. He gave you all he has left to give. Find comfort in that.
She nods. She nods. And she just hugs on to Sebastian so tightly.
And he'll pull it out and cover her in it. It's little because it's meant for like a baby / child, but
Yeah.
he'll wrap his arms around her. I'm just gonna lay down with her and hold her.
So I think that's probably a good place to end the scene.
Just a little bit.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This was a scene.